There's a big emphasis in Canada now on retrofitting existing buildings to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. And in British Columbia, the BC government has got Clean BC, which has put a lot of emphasis on this because it's a very aggressive climate policy. But it's not easy. But the good news is there are technical fixes. There's new technologies that are going to make this easier and easier. And not only does it reduce emissions, it also reduces costs and provides other benefits. So we're going to talk to George Filtsos about a project that he's working with another company out on the West Coast. So welcome to the interview, George.
Thank you for having me.
So like this issue of retrofitting existing commercial buildings to reduce emissions, you folks work around, amongst other things, LED lighting retrofits. Give me a brief explanation of how this works.
So we first of all, again, happy to be here. The word retrofit, we don't take exception with it, but we like to say LED conversion because LED retrofit insinuates you're using current infrastructure and retrofitting it to work with LED. We like to replace LEDs and do an upgrade. So what we do is we do an upgrade and we attach a piece of intelligence to it through Bluetooth mesh technology. And that's the protocol we're using right now. That allows us to put in very easy energy savings metrics that will help you pay for the upgrade itself. But having that intelligence in place, we feel establishes a digital ceiling throughout the facility in the easiest way. And who'd have thought that the industrial path of IoT would be through the lights, but we feel that it is the natural place to be in doing that. And going forward, if you want to bring other technologies such as asset tracking or material management, you can do that a lot easier with a digital ceiling attached, not to mention other energy saving metrics and so forth.
Okay, so the IoT thing, that's the Internet of Technologies, and where everything is connected through the internet, and you've got sensors and all kinds of data that you can crunch to make your equipment work more efficiently. Well, let's talk about a practical application. Walk me through what it looks like in a commercial building after you've done the LED conversion.
Sure. We just finished off a food manufacturing facility out there that was using older technologies. We replaced their lighting. They got about, and I'm not exaggerating, 3 times more luminance on the floor. So they started off with around 6-foot candles, and we got them over around 24-foot candles on the floor. So how it looks, literally, people are going to work, they're happier, they do their work better, and quality control is, the quality control metrics are are improved. How it looks on the bottom line is that they're saving over 80% energy. They started off with a baseline with the older technology. We brought in the new technology and their baseline got reduced by almost 90%. We're up in around 80% savings from their baseline. So now if those folks ever wanted to, let's say, take off a certain part of their process offline at a certain time of the day, that's done with a very inexpensive relay that we can connect to the internet. The mesh technology would connect that to the lights and tell it what to do when they want to do it.
Okay, so basically what we've got is these folks are using a lot less electricity because they're using LED lights. They have way more control over the lighting itself in the various parts of the building. And you talked about volt candles and so on. So basically that's luminance. It's a lot brighter than it used to be. Instead of working in a gloomy building, they're working in a well-lit building that has all sorts of benefits. Now, how does BC Hydro figure into this? Because I understand there are incentive programs. You're a partner with BC Hydro. Explain how that works.
So how that works is the Power Smart program, and we're part of the BC Alliance as a qualified partner for them. It's simple. The more you save from the baseline is the more they'll incentivize you, and they'll incentivize you up to 75% of the project. So that looks a lot better for us in our solutions because we don't just do a simple LED retrofit, as you put it, which will save 50%. our very basic energy savings metrics like top end trimming and bottom end trimming using that technology that I mentioned is going to bring in 80–90% savings. So the more you save off of the baseline, the more they'll incentivize you, and that's how that looks. They'll, like I said, they'll incentivize up to 75% of the project.
Well, George, thank you very much for this. Really appreciate it. I mean, we talk about these kinds of stories in very, general terms, sort of the 35,000 foot view of it. But it's nice to find out what's actually going on the ground and what the benefits are and how the technology works. So thank you very much for this.
Bet. Anytime.